Hello, everyone. It's good to be with you again. I'm here at my home in Norwich Walk, and it's been a beautiful day outside. Um, Lots of sunshine and a little overcast, but lots of sunshine. It feels very good to be outside these days. I've been outside doing some lawn work, getting rid of some big limbs that came down in one of those last snowstorms that we had, and cleaning, doing some raking. So it's been a busy day, very busy day. And I've come inside to get ready to make supper. And as a part of supper, or really as a part of dessert after supper, I'm making a cake. I'm making a chocolate cake, and I'm not making it from scratch. I'm not that good at cooking to be able to do that, at least not yet. But I'm making a cake really for my daughter because she's been very busy today, working on finals and working on getting all of her final work for college done and completed. So she's been very busy and very stressed out. So I thought I'd make her a chocolate cake. And I got all the things ready to make this cake with. And you know, when you say um, a cake is more than just cake. It's made up of a lot of essential ingredients and things that come together. I mean, you can buy the cake mix. So this is a triple chocolate fudge cake mix, but you just can't eat it like that. Of course, you've got to cook it. So you've got to have a lot of different things. Um, I mean, along with the cake mix, you've got to have a measuring cup, and you've got to have some vegetable oil, some cooking vegetable oil. I've also got to have some water and 3 eggs, I think, and of course a stove. And over there, ready for me to get working on, is a cake pan. And then you've got to have heat, of course. All these things kind of mixed together and brought together makes up a cake, eventually at least. And this really got me thinking about this week's reading, particularly the gospel reading according to John, which is taken from the 14th chapter. And really, this is the final discourse that Jesus has, final talk that Jesus has with his disciples before he leaves them. And it's really an essential talk that really helps them to kind of understand who he is and what their place is going to be after he departs from them. And really, this discourse is words that talk about who Jesus is. It's not really about what Jesus did. It's no more about the miracles and the things that he did. It's now more about, in this discussion, this talk that Jesus has with his disciples, about what Jesus is going to do through them as he's mixed into their lives, what he's going to do through them. It's no more about what he's done, it's what he's going to do through them. And he uses two words, perhaps more than any, as a part of these last couple chapters here, verses 14, excuse me, chapters 14 and 15, because this discourse kind of goes on for like 3 or 4 chapters. And it's really about him telling them who he is. And the two words that he uses more than any is the words, I am. I am. Which really, for those of you who recognize those words, harken back to the Exodus story and some of the stories from the Old Testament, that when God is asked who he is, he says, I am the great I am. I am. So what does that mean? Well, I got thinking I am is kind of like saying a cake. A cake is much more than just a cake. It's made up of essential ingredients. What are the ingredients that make up the I am that Jesus proclaims who he is to his disciples? And I thought maybe we could better understand who Jesus is in this final discourse by putting ourselves maybe in place of the disciples for a few moments, and maybe just bring ourselves to Jesus and share our thoughts and questions about who we are with him, and have him explain himself when he says I am. For example, maybe you're feeling lost right now. Maybe you're feeling very disconnected or lost, or really don't know which way to turn in life. I know many people are struggling with this virus and having to live with this virus and what it means. And many people are really struggling to understand how much longer we're going to have to be in this situation, being isolated and socially disconnected, and standing, so many feet apart from each other in stores. It's an easy way to feel lost and not knowing which way to turn. And I could picture myself, and maybe you could today, saying to Jesus, I'm feeling lost today. I feel really disconnected. I really don't know which way to turn in life. To which Jesus says, I am. Jesus says, I am the way. I am the way. If you're feeling lost, I'm going to find you. And if you're feeling like you're not sure which way to go, I'll show you which way to go. I am the way. I will show you the way. And again, more than that, if you're feeling like you're lost, I'm going to find you. Trust me, Jesus says. I am the way. And maybe you might be saying, I'm feeling just kind of fed up with life, the pretenses of life, the things that kind of make up life, and I'm just kind of tired of everything just kind of going in this kind of very disconnected and very kind of unfriendly way, perhaps. I'm just kind of tired of life and lifestyles, and I'm feeling like maybe this life is robbing me of the life I could have. I've had many people say to me, I'm not sure what my life is all about. Maybe you're feeling that way today. You could bring that to Jesus. And you know what he would say, I think? He would say, I am the truth. Jesus would say, I am the truth. And you know what? He would say, life is more than this life. There is a life to come. And you know what? You're more than what you earn. You're more than what you feel. You're more than your job. You're more than your employment. You're more than the things that you do or have to do each day or feel you have to do. Jesus would say, I am the truth. I am the truth. Trust in me, and I will show you a better life. And maybe you might be saying, are you feeling lost because you've lost a loved one? And what I mean by lost, someone has died. I know people now who have lost people to death through this virus. And not just the virus, but life ends in death. And maybe you're scared about that and feeling lost. And maybe you're questioning about what is to come. That is life just about living and going to work each day and then coming home and cooking supper or making a cake and then just going to bed? Is life more than that? And Jesus would say, I am. I am the resurrection and the life. That is, there is a life to come. That life is not just the humdrums of just getting up and going to work and coming home and then finally succumbing physically to this life. Jesus says, I am the resurrection and the life. I am more than this life, Jesus would say. And there is more to you than just this life. There is a life to come. Jesus says, I am the resurrection, and I offer that to you. And maybe you're feeling rootless. And what I mean by that is disconnected. Many people have said to me they're just feeling disconnected, not only from each other, but from themselves, not knowing exactly who they are anymore, apart from their work and being separated from friends and family. Maybe you're feeling disconnected. And Jesus would say, you're not disconnected. I am. I am the vine, and you are the branches. And you're not disconnected. You're connected to me, Jesus would say. You may feel disconnected sometimes in this life, but just remember, always remember, that no matter where you are and what you're experiencing, day or night, Jesus would say, I am the vine, and you are the branches, and you're connected to me. And he might even add that apart from me, you can't do anything, that you're going to feel disconnected. You're going to feel like there's no real purpose to life. You're going to feel like life is just kind of a boredom that goes on and on. Because apart from me, Jesus says, you can't do anything. But you don't have to worry, he would say, because you are connected to me. Those who trust and believe in me are connected to me, no matter what they may be experiencing in this life. And then Jesus might add this, that if you abide in me, and my words abide in you, I am lives on in you. Ask for whatever you wish, and it will be done for you. Maybe not necessarily in the way we all expect, but if you trust in me, Jesus says, and my words, I am, abides in you, you can be rest assured that you will find direction, and you will find a place, and you will find yourself connected, and you will find that you're not rootless, that in fact you have a great root that extends directly to our Lord and to his salvation he offers us today. This is what Jesus is. This is the I am of Jesus. This is the essential makeup of who Jesus is. And he offers us these caring words each day. I am the way and the truth and the life. Put your faith and trust and hope in me. Let my words abide in you. Let me abide in you. Let I am be in you. And recognize that there is a life to come that is much greater than this one. These are the words that really make up who Jesus is, the final words that he shares with his disciples. And in a sense, these are the words that he shares with us each day. So that's who Jesus really is. And I'm going to find out exactly if I can put this cake together by putting these ingredients together. But know in your heart that God, through Jesus Christ, is with you, the great I am. Go in peace, my friends. I'm going to get busy.